is in my final year, and I was invited to an interview for an academic scholarship to go and study in the US, do my master's for free. And it was the same weekend that I was invited to Senior Scotland camp for the first time. And so I decided to pick the master's interview because that was the only one that had more of a career opportunity at the time, because women's rugby wasn't professional at that moment. And so, yeah, I chose not to pursue the rugby. I don't regret it because I think I've had a great career as a result.
Before I came to Trailfinders, I was with Worcester and I was working at a school that I really, really liked. An opportunity came up to apply for a job, which I was in the process of interviewing for. And unfortunately, Worcester folded as a club almost overnight, and I was lucky enough to be offered a contract here at Trailfinders, which was fantastic. But I obviously had to make a choice because the school was in Worcester. I couldn't do both. For me, that choice was rugby, even though I really liked the school, really loved the children, really loved the staff, and it was a really difficult decision. But it's always been realistic to have another job to support yourself.
I was working full hours last season and our training schedule looked a little bit different. So we were 3 days on the bounce, not enough time to recover and then prep for the game, and also find some sort of time to decompress and socialise in there. So it just became a point where it was too much for me, and I think that's when I realised I still love the sport, but I need to be in a setup that works while still kind of piquing my interest in something that I want to do in the future. I think it is really, really important to know who you are off the pitch and that there's so much more to do that most of your life will encompass.
Those challenges come up where maybe a friend needs you and you need to show up for them, and it becomes hard to be the daughter or friend that you want to be when actually you're also trying to be a good rugby player. For me, it's more important that I spend my time committed to that than doing something just for me. And that's quite an important part of my value set and like what I'm trying to do with my time and energy.
For me, personally, is more the mental aspect of juggling the three things. I can't be present for most of like birthdays, and I missed to the graduation of my best friends, and I felt so bad. I was away from rugby and it's worth it at the end. It's challenging and it takes time, but the teammates are going to help you, and I think that's why I love this sport.
Socialising and family time are probably the areas that it affects the most, because you just haven't got as much free time as perhaps my family and friends would kind of like. I'm not the best friend to people outside of rugby because you just don't really get that much time. Teammates are your closest friends, and you end up socialising with them as well when you do get time off. These are going to be like the best friends that you're going to make, the best time that you're going to have. Make the most of it, prioritise it and really enjoy it.